Hello everyone. Okay, sorry, I've had some technical difficulties. I couldn't get my camera to load on my computer, so all is solved now, except my screen is now just fallen over. Great, that's what you need. So that's better. A very happy hello to you all. Thank you for joining me tonight. We are Monday the 9th of October and all is well in the world. So I hope you all had a lovely weekend. It was full on prep here. You can see behind me, there's lots of things all laid out already for my retreat this weekend, of which I've got 30 ladies joining me in Maidstone for 2 days of crafting. And I can't wait. I dug out my little Christmas headband today because it's all Christmas themed, and I may have bought some Christmas goodies to share with you all over the weekend. So I will try and go live at some point over the weekend so you can see what the retreat looks like and what you're missing out on if you're not there. So let's have a little see who's on. So a couple of people are on already. Do say hi in the comments if you are watching live, and if you're watching on the replay, still say hello. It's nice to have a look back and see who joined. As always, if you wanted to find out about future tutorials and demonstrations, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and you will get a little alert next time I am live or next time I upload a video. Tonight I'm going to share with you today's coffee and card design, which was an absolute pleasure to share. Really enjoyed today's coffee and card. First one in a long time where I've not forgotten anything. So the gods must be shining down on me from somewhere today. So thank you for that. Loved today's coffee and card. And I'm excited to share it with you. So let's do a little camera swap. And I will show you what we made at Coffee and Card. As always, everything I've used tonight is available to purchase from my online store, and you can find that at staceymarsh.co.uk. I will, once the live is all finished, update in the video details on YouTube what I've used, so you can really see what I've used and make it easier for you to shop online. So let's just swap cameras. Let's have a look. Here we go. Okay, so this is today's coffee and card design, and I have used, to put it together, they are the Abundant Beauty decorative masks, and I'll just find them in the catalogue for you because I think they're one of the little hidden beauties of this catalogue. Now, if I can remember rightly, they are all the way back here. Here you go. So you'll find them in the mini catalogue on page 47, and they are here. So you get in there 7 masks. 4 of them are designed to layer to create a nice flower, and then the other 3 are more of a background image. Okay, so I have used the flower masks, to create this little beauty. So I wanted to make a Christmas card, so I sort of channeled a poinsettia design. And because it's Christmas and we love a bit of bling and a bit of sparkle at Christmas, if you see, the centres of those flowers are nice and shiny. And for the second time ever in my life as a demonstrator, I will be using the gilded flakes tonight. Wish me luck. The last time I did it, I probably could have won £250 from Jeremy Beadle on You've Been Framed. So let's hope we don't have a repeat of that. I'm going to share with you how I made that tonight. Now, sadly, these masks are currently out of stock because they have been so popular. They will be coming back in. I don't have a date for you, but if you wanted to purchase these, just ping me an email or a message with your email address, and I will let you know when they come back in. So let's do a little bit of prep, shall we? Let's put this to one side. And I need a little packet of goodies. Let's have a look. I know I haven't even unpacked my bag from Coffee and Card. So I need a little bit of white, and I might use a little bit of scrap because we came home with lots of scrap today. And it was really lovely, actually, to see everyone's creativity because even though this was the design that I put together, most people did something a little bit different. So, and it's always a pleasure. A lot of people say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do what you do. You know, I absolutely love it because it's not me doing the creating, it's someone else. And I love that. So I'm going to start with this little mask here. And you can see it's got quite a little bit of staining on it because it was very well used today. So what I'm doing is I am lining up this bottom corner with the bottom left-hand corner of my paper. Okay, and then I'm going to secure it with a little bit of washi tape. But this washi tape's been used today, so it's nice and it's not too sticky. So it's not going to damage my card. And then what you'll notice, or you might not have noticed, at the top of each mask, in the top right-hand corner, we've got this little arrow. And what that arrow does is you line that arrow up with all of the other masks and you get, it does all the work for you. So you've got that one there and you've got that one there. And basically, you then get this really nice layered effect. Okay, so we're going to start with this one and I am going to do a little bit of blending. So let's find my ink pads. We used all of the ink pads today. And the Real Red isn't in there for some reason, but you know what, that's okay because I used it earlier and here it is. Okay, so I'm going to start with Real Red. I'm going to use this lovely new blending brush. These blending brushes are available in a pack of 3. And so I've laid everything up. Oh, before I get started, the most important thing, to make sure this is lined up in the right place, just add a little pencil line to that little V in there. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with my red colour. Now, when you're doing this, just remember that the colour of your ink, it will dry a lot lighter. So you really want to get quite a good amount of ink on there. Now, this is Real Red, my absolute favourite Christmas red. I find Cherry Cobbler a little bit browny, whereas this is a real Santa hat Christmas red. Okay, so I've done that. I've added my little colour. Before I lift this off, I want to add a little bit of detail to the flowers, a little bit more detail. So I'm using Cherry Cobbler with a sponge dauber, and I'm just going to go around the centre sort of area, just adding a bit of shading to the centre. So for those of you that are local to me here in Kent, I run a fortnightly coffee and card group at a local community barn, and it is a barn, 10:30 on a Monday morning, and we have lots of fun. So now I'm just going to peel off my mask. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so that's my first one. Now we're going to go in with our background. So this one I'm going to add next. And you know what? I probably don't need to add my washi because I can line it up with my little notch and take the washi off of this other one. Perfect. So let's just line that up across there. And then I'm going to take my crushed curry ink pad and my yellow blending brush and just go in with a bit of colour there. Okay. This one's quite straightforward. Lift it off and you've got the centre of your flowers nicely coloured. And then next we have a detailed flower middle. So again, lining up with the bottom left hand corner and my little notch. Pop my washi tape on, and then I'm going to use the same colour this time. So I'm just going to go over it with my crushed curry. It won't be long till we start seeing all these poinsettias in the shops, I'm sure. Okay, lift that off. And there we have the detail in those flowers. I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see. There we go. So there's the detail. Now I love that that's all nice and centered on my page. And this is the leaves. So if I line this up as well with my little notch, pop my washi tape on, you can see those leaves are kind of strategically placed. I love that word, strategic. Strategically placed so that they sit around our flowers, and this makes a really, really lovely sort of one-dimensional card design, especially if you like a square card, because this is doing all the work for you. There we go. Take that off, and there you have your beautiful image. There we go. The colours are just right, aren't they? I agree with you completely. Love the colours. So there we have our nice flowers. Now here comes the really, really fun part. So let's get a few things. So this is my dry brush, and I have a wet brush somewhere. This is my Versamark brush that now has a lovely bit of gold leaf on it. I'm going to use a Versamark refill rather than a Versamark ink pad. Everyone needs one of those. I've got my gold leaf in a pot, and I'll show you just how much you actually get. So I've only ever bought one pot of this, and I maybe have used it 3 or 4 times. This is the pot that came in. If I open this up, it still looks full up. Look at that. It's all full up. But this came out of there. So you get so much for your money. So if you're interested in purchasing it, you will only ever need to purchase it once in your life because it goes a really long way. And then this is heat and stick powder. So what it's going to do, it's basically going to turn your Versamark into a glue, which is really, really important. So let me just plug in my little heat tool, because that's still in my bag as well from today. So now we are good to go. I've got a heat tool, I've got a Versamark brush, a dry brush, Versamark refill, heat and stick, and gilded leaf. That the lid is still on, not taking that lid off. And then I want a spare block. I had one in my hand about 5 minutes before I went live. Can I now found it? Here it is, tucked in away. So this is my spare block. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to put a bit of Versamark on my block. So just a really small little daub. You can just see that. It's not even the size of a 5p. And then using the right brush, I'm going to add some Versamark to the centre of my flower. And I'm going to do this one at a time because you need to move quite quickly. So I added that in the centre, and I'm now going to put my heat and stick powder on. Tap it off, put that to one side, and then heat with my heat tool. And what that's going to do, it's going to go see-through and really shiny. So that's done. And now I'm going to take my gold leaf and I'm going to take a piece that's a fairly decent size, okay, and just lay it over the top. And try not to breathe when you're doing this because your gold leaf will just go everywhere. And then with your finger, just go round it. Put your excess back in your pot, and then take your dry brush and just brush away any excess. And there you have a little gold centre of your flower. Okay, so repeat that for all the others. So take your Versamark in, and then I want some heat and stick. I'm just going to close this gilded leaf before I blow it all over my desk. Put that up there out of the way. Heat and stick powder. Heat it. Evening, Mum. And then take your gold leaf, pop it over, move it around with your finger. And then if you've got any heat and stick powder sort of on your flower, you'll get sort of little excess bits like that. Yes, Sophie, this is heat and stick powder in the catalogue. So there's that one. And then my last one is this little mini flower. Like so. Eat that. And this stuff just flies all over the place. Pop that on. And then brush off the excess with your brush. So there we have 3 poinsettias created from our Abundant Beauty mask, all with nice gold centres. Really like that. So that's what I've got there. Now in my little envelope, here's some I made earlier. So these are just what I cut out earlier. So you just need to cut them out with your snips afterwards. So I've got 1, 2, 3 flowers, and 1, 2, 3 leaves. Okay. So I'm going to put those to one side, save them for a rainy day. Never done this technique. Well, I'm glad I'm showing you something that you may not have seen before. Now, my lovely mum today, she's still wounded from her fall, where she broke her arm, her elbow, and her shoulder. Came up with a lovely idea. She used the gilded leaf along the torn edge of her card. And how nice does that look? Now, on my main design, I've torn that front piece. I've just left it nice and natural, whereas this one is with the gold. So I'm going to use the gold. So thanks, Mother, for your suggestion. Now with this, you just tear your piece of card like so. And what you do is you take your Versamark and you run it along the edge of your card. And you have to do this in stages. Oh, hi, Kim. Lovely to see you on here. I hope you're doing all right. Take your heat and stick powder, dip it in, and then give it a little heat so it goes clear. With your heat tool. And then take your gilded leaf. I'm really good, thank you, my lovely. I'm loving seeing what you've done with this mask over the last few days. I had a little play last night with your line drawing technique. So you just lay on your gilded leaf, press it down, and then just rub it off the excess with your dry brush. And that gives you a nice gold edge on your card. It's so pretty, isn't it? So I basically did that all the way across this. Just I'm going to get rid of my gilded leaf because it's like ash. It just gets everywhere. Diane's idea of putting it on the back was to putting it on the back. Yes, it was lovely. Margaret's I haven't got a refill, so can pad work the same? It can, it just isn't as gooey, so you might need to add quite a bit of it. So this is my top layer. I'm going to scrunch my corner, which I've discovered over the last few weeks is a bit of a Marmite technique. You either love it or you hate it. So I've scrunched my little corner and I'm going to stick that straight on. I did have fun, Kim. Really loved it. He's a very clever lady. I'll show you what I did with it. It's right here on my desk. Here we go. So here is one I made last night using Kim Thee's lovely technique with these masks. So basically, she's gone around the centre of the mask with a pen, a black pen. You know how much I love a black pen. And then I've coloured mine in with blends and added a bit of detail with some Stampin' Right markers. So there. Love this. I will turn that into a card in honour of you, Kim. So it was lovely. I just sat there doing a little bit of colouring, a little bit of playing on a Sunday night, catching up on my terrible TV that I like to watch, and had a bit of me time. It was delightful. So you need some dimensionals now. Here they are. And I'm going to stick these lovely flowers on with dimensionals, because I want to raise them. So now it's just a matter of arranging your flowers across your card front. And I'm just layering them over one another, like so. There we go. So don't they look pretty? Oh, zoomed out. There you go. Carol, watch Kim Thee will watch again and have a go. Do it. She's amazing. So now I've got some leaves that I'm going to stick in, and these leaves I'm going to stick down with some regular glue because I want them to be flat. But what I'm going to do is when I stick them down, I'm just going to curl them slightly. Just take your bone fold. I probably should have done this before I stuck them down, but we are where we are. Curl your little leaves, and then I've got another one here. I'm funny. I try, Kim. I try. And pop that one just in there. And then I've got another little leaf just here to pop in. There we go. So there are my little leaves in. And then I've got a little bit of ribbon to twirl, and I am a little bit obsessed with this ribbon. This is, I think it's in the online exclusives. You get a double pack. You get silver and you get gold, and it's so pretty. It's got a little bit of vanilla running through it. I love it. So I'm just going to move this, turn it over so I've got sort of 3 layers. Snip it off. So it's almost like you're creating a bow without actually tying a bow. So I love that. Anything that saves me having to tie a bow, I'm all in for. Take off a little bit of tear tape and then just secure your ribbon over the tear tape. So it just holds that in place. Okay, and then this is a really technical term. I came up with this term this morning at Coffee and Card. You're gonna just shove it under your flowers, okay? Just shove it. So gently tuck it under your flowers. Now, like so. So that is now nicely in place. You haven't had to tie a bow, but it looks like a bow. And it just adds a little bit of texture and more shine to your card. And then I've got a little bit of sentiment. Now this sentiment comes from the Festive Friends stamp set, which has got the rhino and the giraffe in it. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to just pop this along the bottom with a memento. just down there. Give it a little snip. And then that is going to sit just on there. And I'm going to put a couple of little pads on so that it sits on those flowers really nicely. Looks gorgeous, like your mum's idea. She's good ideas, doesn't she? Clever old back there that she is. And there we go. So there is my little Christmas card. I did add in a couple of little gems. Now they've been going forever. I bought them last year and they just don't seem to be disappearing. So I'm not buying them anymore, sadly. But I'm looking for my take a picture. In here, it's like a mixture of sequins. You've got some really nice little gold ones. I'm just going to put some little gold ones on. And what's really good, it's got a little bit putty at the end, so it holds the sequin that's now on my finger really nicely. So I'm just hunting out the gold ones. There's a pink one. And then last one. And there we go. That is my finished poinsettia card front. And all I'm going to do for the inside is, I did a bit of that on the inside of that one, but for this one I've just got my white piece to just pop inside. And there we are. That is my coffee and card design, all finished. So do let me know what you think in the comments. Someone's put looks gorgeous, beautiful, love it. That's very, very kind. And then of course we have this left over. This is what I made earlier. So let's do something with it. That's an old one. Let's get this one. So I'm going to just trim this down so that it sits in a little square shape. So let's trim it down. I go to 5.5 by 5.5. And it's a little bit that way, so let's just take off 1/4 of an inch there. And let's do, so that is now 5.5 by 5.25. So let's take off a little bit here and a little bit there. There we go. So I've now got a lovely square. First time you've ever seen them cut out. Oh, that's nice. It would look nice in any colour, and I'd love to show you the other colour that I made. Oh, here it is. Let's show you. So I first made this card design, this one. Here's one I made earlier. Turned them into sunflowers. Nice bit of crushed curry. Similar style of design, a little torn bit along the bottom. And then there is my Christmas version. So you can make it summery and autumnal, or you can make it Christmassy. So it's just 2 different colours. But the list that is endless for how you can make this card with these masks. So I do encourage you to have a play. Right, so now let's do my little line around the edge. like so. Let's have a little card base. Find my trimmer again. So that was 5 1/4, wasn't it? So let's go 5 and 5 1/2. And I'm in inches now, so for those of you that love centimetres, I'm really sorry I've swapped to inches. 5 1/2 by 11. And because I don't like waste, it wouldn't let you in earlier. Oh no, I'm really sorry about that, Zaina. We've been here, I promise. And then I've got this little one here, like so. Let's add this on. So this is a nice, what I would call simple stamping card. It's just 2 pieces of card put together. And we want a nice little sentiment, don't we? So what have I got on my desk? I feel like it should be Christmassy. Let's use the same one that we've been using. I've got a nice bit of card there. Now let's play. Happy Christmas. Oh, it's straight. Where's it first? Snip that off. And then we could put that in the centre. We could put that down there or up there. I feel like I like it over there because it's not interfering with too many of the flowers. So now let's just put that on pads. And there we go. There is my very simple Christmas card. And there is my not so simple Christmas card. And there is my not Christmas card. So do let me know what you think in the comments. Just have a little bit of a tidy and then I'll come back on the screen with you all so you can see me. Let's find where my settings are. Here we go. So there we all are. All done. I'm back and I'm still alive and I'm nice and calm. And we've been live for about 40 minutes. That's not too bad, is it? Well, 33 minutes it's telling because it was a bit late on. So lots of lovely comments. Someone put really pretty card, all fabulous, gorgeous. The sunflowers are stunning. So thank you so much. As I mentioned earlier, I'll pop all the details of the products into the YouTube video for you to have a look at. Masks are currently out of stock, but just keep checking back, or if you drop me a message, I will let you know when they're back available to order. Margaret's but I'll have to start cutting. Yes, get those snips out, Margaret. Start fussy cutting. It will bring a whole new lease to your masks. So I wanted to come on very quickly and let you all know of an amazing joining offer that is available throughout the month of October to celebrate Stampin' Up's 35th anniversary. They are giving us 2 amazing deals, and when you place your order as a starter kit. Now lots of people say to me, what's a starter kit? I've already got craft supplies, I don't need to be starting. A starter kit is basically whatever you want it to be. So if you love dies, you can order all dies. If you love stamps, you can order all stamps. If you love colouring, you can just order your colouring products. So your starter kit is basically a bit of jargon for whatever you want it to be. So at the moment, the starter kit, there are 2 options. I'm just trying to get to my page so I can share this with you. So throughout the month of October, you can get more product for your money, or you can just pay less for your product. So at the moment, you can choose from 35% more, which basically means you pay 35% more than the normal price. So you will pay, let me just scroll down, keep scrolling. I love it when technology works. Here we go. You can pay 175. You can pay £99 and you will get £175.50 worth of product that you choose, and it will be shipped to you free of charge. There is no obligation to demonstrate. There is no obligation to sell. There's no obligation to do anything more than to just purchase that starter kit. Or the other option is 35% off. So basically that means you pay £64.35 if you're here in the UK, and you will get £130 worth of product for that money. So 2 really amazing deals there. Anyone who joins my team throughout the month of September and purchases their starter kit with me, I'm going to give you 3 months of my Spotlight Stamping classes for free when you join my team. And the great thing about when you join at the moment is you will be a current demonstrator until the end of April 2024. So in that time, you will see the new celebration promotion. You'll see new online exclusives, you'll see new kits, you'll see the new annual catalogue, and you'll see the new spring, the seasonal catalogue that launches in January. So it's a great time for you to join. If you have any questions or you're not sure about anything I've mentioned, please reach out to me. I'd love to welcome you into my team. And it really is great. If I could join again, I would. But I joined 10 years ago today. So I'm celebrating my 10th anniversary. I thought it was the next weekend, but it wasn't. It was today. So watch out for a little special treat coming your way over the weekend to celebrate my 10th anniversary. And I've not looked back. I've loved it. I've met some amazing people. I've been to some amazing places. I've got to play with the most gorgeous craft products, and it really has filled my cup. So definitely, if you've got a big wish list at the moment or you're thinking about placing an order, do check out those starter kit promotions because they really are as good as they look. So I'll stop waffling now and I will bid you all good night. So as I mentioned earlier, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do let me know if you've got any questions about the joining offer. And that's it for me. So I will see you all live again next Monday evening at 8 o'clock, same time, same place, and I will share a new project with you, but I will also try and go live to you all over the weekend at my craft retreat. So do wish me luck and have a lovely, lovely week, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Bye for now.